is Jody King Colegrove with Quantum Techniques. I wanted to share with you today why we get dry hands during the winter. There's several things that are taking place. The first one is that our largest organ in our body is our intestines. And if we have pathogens like virus, bacteria, or fungal, a lot of times then it will show up in our second largest organ, which is our skin. And so we'll have things like dry hands or eczema. And so the first thing to take care of is what's happening in the gut so you don't have that issue. A second reason that why you have dry hands is sometimes it's a boundary issue. Our skin is our first thing that comes in contact with others. And so if you have any kind of boundaries issues or dealing with reaching out to people, you may have dry hands because that's your first contact, and you may feel that the world is an unsafe place or that people are an unsafe place. So that's something to look at to try to get healing about. The next thing is that a lot of times in the wintertime, our cloths or dish towels that we have sitting around to wash our hands on may have bacteria. In the wintertime, it doesn't get as hot, and so our towels don't dry as quickly, and so they may start developing bacteria or mold. And so therefore, using quantum techniques, we can test the towel to find out, hey, maybe it's got too much bacteria and I need to put it in the laundry. So we can go around and kind of test to find out where we're picking up things. You know, I have found a lot of times, especially in the wintertime, let's say that I do pick up some bacteria in the kitchen, and then I'll go in to get ready in the morning, and I'll, on my makeup brushes, the handles will have bacteria. So a lot of times when it starts turning wintertime, I am aware of just kind of testing in the morning, okay, all the things that I touch, the hairbrush, the curling iron, the blow dryer, my makeup brushes, even the basket I carry them in, the mirror that pulls out from the door, I may have touched the cloth in the kitchen and then went and touched one of those items and got bacteria in it. So I'm able to test using quantum techniques and our testing method to find out which surfaces need to be cleaned. I clean those up, and then sure enough, the bacteria goes away, and so I don't have the dry hands. Another thing that happens, especially in the kitchen, we try to use like not sponges and things like that that will retain the bacteria, but try to use some kind of a tool that has more of a plastic that where you hold your hand for scraping, but then you know the end of it is a scraper, so that will help your hands not touch the bacteria of sponges and things like that. Another reason that some people have bacteria is something that I experienced. I remember standing at this sink and washing baby bottles. And I remember my son not being such a happy camper in the other room. And I remember thinking, why is motherhood so difficult? I'm so tired and I don't want to do this anymore. Well, that was a trauma field. And so using quantum techniques, I was aware of needing to clear that trauma so that every winter I didn't have that same reoccurring thing that then made my hands dry. So there are traumas that are kind of involved in dealing with dry hands during the wintertime. So at Quantum Techniques, what we do is help you identify why you're having the dry hands and help you solve it. The other thing that we do is there are a lot of different lotions that are more helpful in helping you get rid of the dry hands. This is one that I have found. It is Keptafil. You can find this at most drugstores. But it's important just to test for you what is the most helpful. There are some lotions that are more scented than they are therapeutic. And so we would help you find one that tests good for you in order to be able to keep the moisture in your hands. So those are just some ideas on why you have dry hands in the wintertime. And so we wanted to offer you kind of those ideas. So thanks to you for listening, and visit quantumtechniques.com and have a great rest of the day.